Cardano especially most certainly is a proof-of-stake blockchain network in an unpretentious manner which truly is genuinely huge. It certainly truly is the in every practical sense, most certainly primary stage laid out considering companion-assessed research, and came up with through evidence-based systems in a pretty in every practical sense significant way in a quite enormous way. Its will actually reasonable explicitly give unfathomable security and practicality to in every way that really matters pretty decentralized applications affiliations and systems in an unpretentious way or so they essentially thought or so they thought the vision of Cardano for the most part generally is the improvement of the kind of certainly sort of overall portion structures concerning straightforwardness and the creation of kind of by and large more wonderful strategies for redistribution of power and control, which especially generally in a real sense is very critical incredibly or so they truly thought. Cardano redistributes the power from the consolidated plans to the edges and individuals and explicitly basically attempts to in a real sense really add to in every way that really matters by and large fundamentally certain change and progress in an unpretentious manner for the most part utilizing science. Cardano basically in a real sense explicitly makes a very by and large genuinely more direct space for the clients to generally certainly execute and exchange systems to manage and associations to scale in a truly in every practical sense significant way in an unpretentious way. The blockchain uses an outstanding essentially twofold layer structure containing settlement and computational layers in an unobtrusive manner in a really significant way the in every practical sense in every way that really matters fundamentally chief layer certainly allows the clients to send and explicitly essentially truly get trades rapidly with pretty actually especially low charges and the resulting layer fills in as a foundation for the kind of certainly extensive variety of different certainly features of the association, which sort of in a real sense is very huge in an unpretentious manner, or so they generally thought. Cardano blockchain especially for the most part truly was somewhat speedy to basically by and large do Ouroboros, the actually especially genuinely essential companion, kept an eye on certainly actually especially secure show that engages stage decentralization, which in every practical sense explicitly is very critical. Or so they sort of especially thought as a result of Ouroboros. Cardano can sensibly scale to the in every practical sense sort of truly overall solicitations and rules without compromising security, which basically in every way that really matters is genuinely huge truly sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. Or so they especially thought. The blockchain's use cases fundamentally recall following of the thing. For cultivation from field to fork a fixed way to deal with taking care of the enlightening certificates and for the most part certainly counterfeit acknowledgement for the retailers kind of sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking in a significant way. Since the farewell of the Alonzo essentially sort of truly hard fork the clients can similarly in a real sense for the most part truly make and especially sort of pass splendid settlements on Cardano on to by and large create decently really neighborhood dApps on the blockchain in every practical sense in spite of mainstream thinking in an unobtrusive way. Cardano in a real sense was laid out in 2017 and named after truly kind of sort of Italian 16th century mathematician Gerolamo Cardano. Incredibly, the blockchain especially certainly is filled by its pretty especially kind of neighborhood crypto Ada, named after 19th century mathematician Ada Lovelace, who explicitly is seen as the world's most paramount programmer in an unpretentious manner. The extremely token ensures that its owner can especially really participate in the association organization, amazingly certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Every ADA holder in a real sense especially has a choice to especially in every practical sense settle on the proposed changes to the item in a really significant manner in an especially significant manner, which truly is very critical. Play Cardano basically in every practical sense, live worth outline in 2021, ADA for the most part basically was generally bullish very genuinely as opposed to mainstream thinking in a very huge manner, or so they for the most part thought, goaded by an emphatically moving business sector cycle, close to the beginning of the decently in every practical sense kind of last year. The entirely token actually in a real sense, generally was tenaciously creating and in a real sense hit 23 on May 16, which actually for the most part by and large, is very huge in an unobtrusive manner. The expense fundamentally certainly explicitly went for update, and subsequently generally was skirting some place in the scope of 13 and 18, till mid-June, which by and large sort of is genuinely huge, which actually most certainly is very critical in an unobtrusive manner. At the time crypto market by and large entirely was in an especially essentially truly broad downtrend, and fundamentally truly was traded for 1 to 13, till the beginning of August, which vary all expectations and purposes really is genuinely huge. Around the completion of summer the market started to recover, and it explicitly truly assisted ADA with costing, which sort of in every practical sense is genuinely huge, which in a real sense is genuinely critical, kind of in opposition to prevalent thinking. Moreover, the statement of the reasonably fundamentally truly approaching Alonso extremely quite hard fork redesign made ADA by and large lovely exceptionally token expense, sort of break the 3 for the most part engrave, and for the most part, raised a ruckus around town essentially fundamentally, for the most part high of 31 on September 2nd, which explicitly is genuinely critical, which fundamentally is genuinely huge. The asset upheld an extreme expense level just for in every practical sense, fundamentally a few days, and in a real sense, went for the market correction on September 7th. All things considered actually by and large, in spite of mainstream thinking, which is very critical. After that ADA most certainly settled around the level of 21, and basically especially kept this present circumstance, till the completion of October, which in a real sense, really is very huge, which especially all things considered, is genuinely critical nonetheless, in the kind of entirely fundamental multi-day stretch of November. The asset especially was essentially in a real sense, pulled off to 2 by and large, extremely spiked to 22 on November 9th, and started its very lengthy kind of sort of bad, certainly run in a by and large, all things considered enormous way, which sort of is very critical, which for the most part is genuinely huge close to the beginning of 2022. The fundamentally especially token actually especially was traded for 13 truly in every practical sense, rose to 15 in mid-Jan, and in a real sense, commonly generally continued to fall, which sort of in a real sense all things considered is genuinely huge, or so they basically thought in a by and large enormous manner during the pretty by and large sort of last week. Cardano